everyone, it's Mandy, and today we are going to talk about how to travel Bali. So on our main channel, Ask Sebi, we talk about which credit cards to get and how to accumulate points, but we don't really talk about ideas for redeeming them, so this is where Mandy Roams comes in. In this video, we'll cover how much you should budget for flights, where to stay, things to see and do, and how much it costs to travel around Bali. In order to find cheap flights, I recommend subscribing to Scott's Cheap Flights. This is not sponsored by him, he just has a really great product. You'll often find deals to Bali ranging from $400 to $600 round trip for economy class. The great thing about these deals is if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Ink Preferred, or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can often get an even better discount by booking through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. So the airport you're likely to fly into is Denpasar, and this is the arrivals hall. When you arrive at the airport, I recommend exchanging money there just because Bali is notorious for ATM and money exchange scams. There are two locations to exchange your money. The first one is right outside of immigration, so you'll find two money exchanges right next to each other. But if you walk past the arrivals hall and almost towards the taxi transportation, you'll find a practically empty exchange booth there, and it has the same exact exchange rates as the first two. Hey everyone, it's Mandy, and today we are at the Hyatt Regency in Bali. This beachfront resort is a Category 2 property, which means it only costs 8,000 Hyatt points per night. And that wraps up our room tour. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the property. We used the sign-up bonus from the World of Hyatt credit card to book our stay, and it covered 3 nights here, and we have extra points left over to use somewhere else. One of the great things about the Hyatt Regency Bali is that it's a super convenient location, and it's located right on the beach boardwalk. So once you walk out of the resort, you're on the boardwalk and there are tons of restaurants to choose from. For our second day in Bali, we decided to explore the island of Nusa Penida. We booked a private driver through the website Klook just because we figured it was much easier to get around the island that way and we wouldn't have to worry about getting lost. I'm actually glad that we booked a private driver just because the roads were filled with potholes and it was a very bumpy ride throughout the island. I read online that the cheapest way to get around Bali is to rent a moped, but I don't have experience riding a moped, and I figured that since I'm a pretty clumsy person, trying one out on vacation would not be the best idea. Here are a few scenic places that we stopped by. It cost about $50 per person, and it included transportation to and from the resort from the pier, a round-trip boat ride to the island, a private driver on the island, and also all of the admission fees to the parks, and lunch.
Rice and coconut. And the total meal was about $3 US.
After spending 3 days near the beach, we decided to head north to Ubud. I'll put a map on the screen. So down here is Denpasar, where we flew in. The Hyatt Regency Bali is located here, and this is Nusa Penida. Our first stop was the terrace rice paddies. Be sure to have some cash ready because the admission fee is 10,000 Indonesian rupiah per person. You can find nests and swings at almost any popular tourist attraction in Bali. The rice terraces that we visited had a lower swing and an upper swing, and it cost 50 Indonesian rupiahs for the lower swing and 100,000 rupiahs for the upper swing. In order to get to the swings though, you do have to make a small donation to a farmer because he does maintain that land. I feel like the swings are something that you should experience at least once because it is pretty cool to see Bali from a different point of view. There is an official Bali swing attraction that has 15 single swings, 3 tandem swings, and 9 nests, and it's basically created specifically for Instagram, I feel like. The reason why we didn't go there is because it is an hour away from Ubud, and it also costs substantially more, so it's $35 per person. We also hired a private driver to drive us around for half a day, and that costs around $40. Keep in mind that this does not include all of the admission fees, so you'll have to have cash in hand in order to pay for that. The next stop on the list is Bali Pelina, which is a coffee plantation located 10 minutes away from the rice terrace. Bali Pelina is famous for their kopi luwak, also known as civet coffee, which is coffee made from the beans of coffee berries which have been eaten by the civet.
You see, this one is the fresh, the poop. After we wash and we dry. The first we collect the poop. After we collect, we wash them by hot water for the 3 times, and we dry over there for the under sun around 1 week.
1 week. Wow.
Yeah, and after that, we remove the skin. I can take bean inside. You see?
Yeah.
In here we have the skin. The first one we have is the hard skin. And the second we have is the soft skin. And this one not yet already we dry. And this one, the inside is the green like this.
Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
we have to the shell.
Okay.
Over there, please you see here, roasting the coffee.
We are at Bali Pelina, and the main reason why we are here is for the luwak coffee. So luwak is a type of animal that basically eats these coffee cherries, and then it ferments it in its stomach, and since it can't actually digest the beans, it poops it out. Someone collects it, so it's sun-dried and roasted, which makes a very expensive cup of coffee. On this plantation, there are a bunch of activities, but pro tip, if you want to do the swings, either go to the rice terraces. It's cheaper if you do the swing at the rice terrace. Rice terrace was about 100,000, while they want to charge 200,000 here, so double the price for one person. There's no admission fee, and coffee tasting is included. But if you want to try the luwak coffee or any of the coconut ice creams, then it is an additional fee. So we did opt for luwak coffee because that is the main reason why we're here. So for a tasting menu, one side is all teas and the other side is coffees. I like the luwak coffee better than the Bali coffee. It's actually less bitter. Overall, I think this is definitely worth coming to for the coffee tasting because you also get this amazing view while you're at it. All right, let's go explore the rest of Ubud.
Big boy.
Alright, and that wraps up our video on how to travel Bali. Let me know in the comments below if you like these type of travel budget videos and which parts you found the most useful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, it really helps us out, and feel free to share with anyone else who would find it useful. See you guys next time.